So, I had to come back with a Nicki versus Meg part two because I've been digging a little deeper, doing a little bit of research to see, like, why exactly is Nicki so pressed over Meg? I know it's not just because of this song and that one Megan's Law lyric. So, we're going to talk about Nicki's reaction and her Bigfoot song, and we're going to talk about why she's so pissed at Meg and why she actually has a right to be so pissed at Meg. So let's get into it. So I'm sure everyone's heard Hiss by Megan already, and what has Nicki super pressed is the line in it where she says, "These hoes ain't mad at Megan, these hoes mad at Megan's Law," because we all know that Nicki's husband has to register on the offenders list because back in the day when he was 15, he was dating this girl who was 16 and he was accused of rape towards this girl. He was convicted, he did time. For whatever reason, this is who Nicki married. I honestly think it's because he knew her before she was Nicki Minaj. She's been in some really horrible relationships, so it probably gives her comfort that he knew her previous. Either way, in my opinion, it's a bad look. He's always on the internet getting in trouble, freaking out on Offset and doing the whole like I'm a thug thing, and in my opinion, it's just really not a good look, and I think Nicki is above it. So after Nicki heard the Megan's Law line, she totally lost it. She went on Instagram Live and started ranting. She was ranting all over social media. We covered that in the last video. And then she came out with this track, Bigfoot, which was this diss towards Megan, talking about how she smashed her mom's husband after she died, which I don't know if I believe that, because if that's true, that's absolutely crazy. But the whole swearing on your dead mama, like the whole lying on your dead mama, what that is from is because Partisan, Megan's ex that she was with for the last couple of years, I guess during the whole Tory Lanez trial, she actually was telling Partisan that she never ever slept with Tory, and Partisan was like swear to me that you didn't, and she swore on her mother who had recently passed away that she didn't sleep with Tory, and now it's come to light that she actually did sleep with Tori. So that was the whole lied on your dead mama thing. And so basically, her best friend was dating Tori. Meg was sleeping with Tori behind her best friend's back. The whole shooting thing, Nicki says it was just like glass fragments in her foot, but we don't know, right? Like, Tori is doing time for it. So, in my opinion, I think he did shoot her, and I think it was wrong on her to speak on that. But the whole dead mama thing that people are freaking out about, that's what that's about. It's about Partisan saying that she lied on her mother, who indeed at the time had recently passed away. So, that's what that's about. And Nicki, she basically is just becoming unhinged over this whole situation because we're going to get into it, but Megan has kind of betrayed Nicki. Like, she kind of used Nicki, and Nicki was there for her, and nobody's talking about that. Everyone's just on this like hate train towards Nicki, and I don't condone Nicki's husband, that's for sure. And I don't condone her acting this way because I feel like Nicki is an icon and she should be rising above this and just staying silent and just enjoying the success of Pink Friday too, because Nicki is a rap legend, right? So in my opinion, this isn't a good look. All this like going crazy on the internet because it proves that she's bothered, and it actually does give more streams to Meg because people are like, well, what did she say in that song that has Nicki so pressed, right? But some people are saying this wasn't a serious diss track by Nicki and that she's just trolling, but I feel like it was a diss track and it didn't really hit that hard because it was like everything she had been saying on social media just put into a song, and then a lot of creepy whispering at the end. I expected a lot more from Nicki Minaj. Like, what was that song she did against Remy? Anyway, you know what song I'm talking about when she did that whole diss against Remy and she had Drake in the video and Lil Wayne in the video and it was a beautiful video. That was smart. This, I just feel like she took all of her tweets and all of her rants in the past 24 hours, threw it into a track and just called it that. But it's still charting super high just the same because everyone's interested in the drama. But as far as diss tracks go, I'd say his definitely was better, and she wasn't fully talking about Nicki. She just had that one Megan's Law line and left it at that. So when it comes to round one, as far as track against track, I would say his for sure is definitely better. But we're going to get into the reason why Nicki is so pressed and how it goes a little bit deeper than just this Megan's Law line. So do you remember that summer when Nicki and Meg released Hot Girl Summer and they did that cute little video together, and it was just, that was the year of the Hot Girl Summer? Well, it was because Megan had been on this live stream with Nicki begging her for a song, saying like, I just need it for the album. And then she was totally shading Cardi B, as you can see here, and I'm gonna put the clip with the audio later, where she's like, I'm actually gonna write something, because we all know there's this whole thing going around about how Cardi B doesn't write her lyrics. She was like calling her racial slurs, and she was saying like, oh, if that bitch even tries anything, and going about how, oh, I'm gonna write something, and like totally talking shit about Cardi. And even Nicki was like, girl, stop, you're causing drama, like let's not, but then laughing about it. So it's like, here you are, and you got on Nicki's good side by talking about her enemy, which is Cardi B, and Nicki did this video for her for free. Nicki did not charge her a dime for this video. She just did it with her for totally free, just because she wanted to help her, and also because obviously she's talking shit about Cardi, so obviously she's team Nicki. She's a barb, right? So Nicki jumped in, helped her for free. So obviously the song wasn't crazy or anything, but Nicki did point out when she worked with Future, she paid him $250K for a verse. Then she goes and works with Cardi, who is obviously the sworn enemy of Nicki Minaj, and so it's very much giving betrayal. Like, what is wrong with you? Nicki helped you, she put you on, you literally were on her live begging her, and then you didn't even go on Queen Radio when you were tagging everyone, oh, Barb's, tell Nicki to go and get me on Queen Radio, tell her I want her to be on my album, just to go and betray her and work with her enemy. Not to mention the fact that she was dissing Cardi in that live stream hard, talking about like, oh, F that bitch, she better not try us, I'm gonna go write something, haha, kiki, just to get on Nicki's good side, only to go and work with Cardi not long after and totally just be like, yeah, whatever, who cares about Nicki, I shouldn't have had to ask her for permission. And it's like, no, you don't have to ask for permission, but basic respect would be the person who kind of not so much put you on, but did a video for you for free and helped you out, you'd have a little more loyalty towards them than to turn and be all besties with their enemy after you were talking shit. So all that to say, I understand why Nicki feels betrayed. I understand why she's so pissed, although I wish she would have just took the high road, sat on her throne, enjoyed the success of Pink Friday 2, and just let Meg talk her shit. And because Nicki knows what it is at the end of the day. I don't condone the whole people trying to attack Megan's mother's gravesite, but that did get debunked. They do have extra security. No one actually did attack the gravesite. So we need to get off the Nicki hate train. Yes, Hiss was way better than Bigfoot, but let's have a little understanding to why Nicki feels betrayed. And Nicki is not her husband. As much as I don't condone him and I don't like him for her, she is not him. Do you know what I'm saying? Tell me what you guys think. Before I forget, let me just add these clips here, the one of Meg and Nicki on the live stream and a couple other YouTubers talking about it that I liked as well.
Gonna start working on my album, and we need the queen.
Okay. When is your album coming out?
Oh, girl, we don't have a date. I'm finally gonna start. Stop fucking playing with us. Say one wrong thing, bitch. No, one motherfucking wrong thing. I'm gonna go write some shit.
Okay, so you need to stop because
what?
Stop.
Fucking playing with us.
I think Nicki is very justified for everything she feels towards Meg. I mean, Meg did not owe her anything, but she did do some shiesty behavior. I believe a lot of what Nicki said about Megan is true, but let's wake up the fact that Megan did not have anything to say about Megan's Law or whatever when she wanted a Nicki feature and wanted to social climb. Megan didn't care about any of that back then, so to care now after you used Nicki and Kiki about her arch nemesis just for you to go and work with the nemesis, yeah, Nicki, you have every right to feel away. However, this approach isn't it.